Welcome to Isizulu tutoring. Kusase uPeter. Kule video ngizonisa ama conceptual questions on ama acids and bases. So if ungakayibukeli i-video ama acids and base ngicela uyibukele. If ungaka subscribe ku channel ngicela usubscribe. If ungaka turn on i-notification bell ngicela uturn on i-notification bell so that ungezokumisa ama video engizowaposta kungekudala. Before usolve ama problems la ngisuggest ukuthi uqale uyobukela i-video ama acids and base, and then mawufika lana ku problem uqale upause i-video uyisolve bese ukhana uplay i-video to check i-solution ne-explanation ye-solution. Okunye ke sekuzoba final exam. Ngicabanga ukuthi niya prepare for i-final exam. Ngingakusiza ke noma sengakusiza ke sinamuva prepare for i-final exam. Si offer ama online revision lessons kwi-Zoom. Sifunda almost ubusuku bonke. If maybe uyafuna ukusijoina kuma online lessons, unga WhatsApp le number noma ufonele number noma usend i-email kule email le esescreenini. Okay, a grade 12 class wants to determine the percentage of ethanoic acid in a certain bottle of vinegar. They titrate a sample taken from a bottle of vinegar with standard solution of sodium hydroxide. The equation for this reaction is, basinikezile ke equation siyayibona. Number 1 bathi define an acid in Arrhenius theory. A substance more definer that produce hydronium ions when dissolved in water. So this is how you define an acid according to Arrhenius theory. Then number 2, give a reason why ethanoic acid is classified as a weak acid. Ethanoic acid is a weak acid. The reason is because it ionizes incompletely in water to form low concentration of hydronium, hydronium ions. Sengiphelelwe space. Now kumele wazi ama examples wama weak acid nama strong acids. And then if bekubuza reason ukuthi why uthi wena le is a strong acid, uzobhala ke reason ukuthi is strong acid because it ionizes completely in water to form high concentration of hydronium ions. If weak uzobhala le answer ngiyibhalelana. Kanjalo ne base kumele ukwazi lokho. And then why manje number 3 ngenayo la khambeni. Number 4, write down the names of 2 apparatus needed to measure accurate volumes. So bafuna ama apparatus measure the accurate volumes. Ama apparatus esimeasure ngawo i-volume ku-titration kuba i-burette. Angikho sure nge-spelling bese kuba i-Ellen Meyer flask. So yiwo kama apparatus esiwasebenzisayo. And then number 5 bathi sodium ethanoate. Nayi sodium ethanoate basinikezile in brackets, formed during the above neutralization reaction undergoes hydrolysis. Remember, hydrolysis is a reaction of salt with water. Actually, sodium ethanoate uyi-salt. So njengoba bethi undergo i-hydrolysis kusho ukuthi uzo-reactor ne-water to form alkaline solution. I-solution e-alkaline i-solution e-basic. So into esizoyenza ukuthini bathi write down an equation for this reaction. Kusho ukuthi njengoba bengi-explainile kwi-video ukuthi if i-salt izo-undergoa i-hydrolysis, nayi i-salt esikhuluma ngayo. Okay, ithi ngiyibhale in white. Nayi i-salt esikhuluma ngayo. So makuzokwenzeka i-hydrolysis, le salt lena izofoma ama-ions wayo mayise isemanzini. Remember, hydrolysis is a reaction of salt with water. So i-salt le izokhanda ama-ions wayo masi reactisa namanzi. And then uyambona ukuthi lona in need of a hydrogen proton. So i-water izodonate a hydrogen proton. As a result, ngicela ukuyibhala ke i-reaction yami. So i-reaction beku CH3COONA, and then it's reacted with water. And then into ezokwenzeka ke as a result, angithi uyabona water udonate nge-hydrogen proton. So sizogcina sisele nobani? No CH3COOH useno H plus lona uzosale ubani OH minus ngoba useluze hydrogen proton, and then plus leya sodium ion leya esele. Sorry sengiyirabile but kune sodium ion esele. So this is the reaction abakhuluma ngayo. Njengoba bethi nje ifoma an alkaline solution or a basic solution, it's true because kune presence of any hydroxide ions water to form ammonium and chloride ions. The ammonium ions react with water according to the balanced equation below. And then bathi nayi balance equation basinikezile sebethi write down the name of the process described by the underlined sentence. Nayi i-sentence abayi-underlineile ethi ammonium ions react with water. So i-hydrolysis leyo, the reaction of salt with water, remember. So the answer ka number 1 hydrolysis. I hope niyayithola. And then number 2 is ammonium chloride acidic or basic. Siyazi ke iba acidic if kufomeka ini hydronium ions masokhumbula kahle. Iba basic if kufomeka ini hydroxide ions. Kufomeke ini ke la, kufomeke hydronium ions. Kusho ukuthi i-acidic. But kuzothini yona masobanikeza ke reason ngoba bathi give a reason for your answer. I-answer uyu acidic. Ngibona i-reaction engikhiphela the hydronium ions. So 1 mark ukuthi uthe acidic, and then 2 marks ukuthi the ammonium chloride is a salt of strong acid and weak base. Kubalekile ukuthi ukwazi lokho njengoba ngishilo kwi-video ukuthi ziwu-2 indlela zoku-answer le question le. Bazobuza ukuthi acidic noma basic usho bese bethi give a reason for your answer beyithulele nje kanjalo kusho ukuthi uzobhala lento, noma bethi give a reason for your answer using i-equation noma with the aid of i-equation. Lapho khona ke ngikhulumile futhi ukuthi wenza kanjani kwi-video. So ngibone kanjani ukuthi u-ammonium chloride is a salt of a strong acid and weak base. Now ammonium chloride, NH4 Cl. Mangimhlukanisa phakathi kusho ukuthi ngizothola i-base ewu-NH3 and then ngithola i-acid ewu-HCl. So lena i-weak base u-ammonia, lena i-strong acid u-hydrochloric acid. So kusho ukuthi lo o-strong uzodominate, therefore izoba acidic. Angisabhalanga la, i-spelling is right, acidic. So ihamba kanjalo. And then number 3, sorry, the next question, also number 3, the next question, ethanoic acid basinikezile i-chemical formula ka-ethanoic acid. Kubalulekile ke every time mawenza lama problems nemabethi ethanoic acid and then bekunikeza the chemical formula mhlambe kuma brackets ulinake ke i-formula layo leyo nto leyo, because ngelinye ilanga bazothi write down the name uthotha uyazi name noma write down the formula bevele bekunikeza i-name kuphela kumele ubhale i-formula bese uba nenkinga. So bathi ke ethanoic acid is an acid that ionizes incompletely in water according to the following balance equation. Nayi ke basitshela ukuthi ionizer incompletely in water, kusho ukuthi basitshela something ngaleyo acid leyo. Number 1, write down the term used for the underlined phrase above ukuthi it ionizes incompletely in water. Kusho ukuthini ke lo? Kusho ukuthi it's a weak acid because bakhuluma nge-acid. I-weak acid, le i-definition ye-weak acid ukuthi it ionizes incompletely in water. And then go number 2, basinikeza statement, a standard solution of potassium hydroxide. Basinikeza i-chemical formula, usuyayazi i-chemical formula ka sodium hydroxide kusho ukuthi is prepared in a 250 cubic centimeter volumetric flask. During a titration, 12.5 cubic centimeter of this solution neutralizes 25 cubic centimeter of a 0.16 mole per cubic decimeter ethanoic acid. Okay, ngicabanga ukuthi le ngoba senza ama-conceptual questions asizokuyinaka lento eyinamba lena. The balanced equation for this reaction is basinikeza i-balanced equation le i-acid base reaction uyayibona react acid ethanoic acid and then i-base potassium hydroxide. But it define a base according to Arrhenius theory. So a base according to Arrhenius theory, a substance that produce hydroxide ions when dissolve in water. That's how you define a base according to Arrhenius theory. Remember uthiwa theory khona i-Lowry Bronsted bese sothi nge-Lowry Bronsted a base is a proton acceptor. And then number 3, iyo leya equation le akusase same question lena. Number 3, will the pH of the solution in the conical flask at the end point be greater than 7? Mabethi greater than 7 usuyazi ukuthi bakhuluma ngokuthini, basic, smaller than 7 acidic, equal to 7 neutral. So kumele wazi ukuthi bekureactor i-acid enjani ne-base enjani. So uyabona ukuthi bekuyi weak acid. Ethanoic acid is a weak acid. So njengoba kuyi weak acid and strong base potassium, a strong base of potassium hydroxide. So lo o strong uzodominator and therefore i-solution izoba njani? I-solution izoba acidic. Izoba basic. Sengenza mistake lapha. Izoba basic i-solution since kuyi-base ezodominator. So equation kodwa ayibuzanga ukuthi izoba acidic noma izoba basic. Equation ibuza ukuthi i-pH izoba greater than 7, smaller than 7 or equal to 7. So if i-basic kusho ukuthi the pH will be greater than 7. Then number 4, explain the answer to question 3 with the aid of a balanced chemical equation. So uyayibona le nto ade ngiyikhuluma ukuthi banokuyibuza le nto leyo ukuthi i-solution i-basic noma i-acidic and then bethi explain i-answer yakho using i-equation. Wenza kanjani-ke uma usebenzisa i-equation? Uzothatha le salt le ezofomeka as a result of a reaction yale weak acid and strong base. So na i-salt yakhona efomekayo, potassium ethanoate, angazi noma ngilibiza kahle negama lakhona. So uma uthatha yona bese uyi-dissolve in water, meaning uyi-reactisa ne-water. So uthatha lona and then umreactise ne-water. Uyazi-ke ngithe mina mayefika lo emanzini uzofoma ama-ions wakhe, meaning izothi uzofoma lona nalo phakathi emanzini. And then amanzi-ke siyabona ukuthi lo ushoda nge-hydrogen proton, so amanzi azodonate nge-hydrogen proton in this case. Sigcine sisele no CH3COOH plus K plus lo K plus remember i-water idonate nge-hydrogen proton kusho ukuthi sele i-OH minus. Usuzothini-ke solution is basic, or ngibe specific because bebekhulume nge-pH. Solution has pH greater than 7 due to the presence of OH minus. Lo OH minus uyowenza ukuthi i-solution ibe basic. I hope niyayithola. Okay, but sulfuric acid is a dipole acid. Yo. Isilungu ngikwazi ukusifunda. Sulfuric acid is a diprotic acid. And then sebethi define an acid in terms of Lorentz-Bronsted theory. So according to Lorentz-Bronsted theory, acid is a proton donor. Siyakwazi lokho ngicabanga ukuthi i-clear. And then but give a reason why sulfuric acid is referred to as a diprotic acid. I-sulfuric acid ile acid le kubalekile ukuthi ukwazi nama chemical formula kwabhala, not just ama names. So i-sulfuric acid then i-diprotic acid because it donates to hydrogen protons per water molecule. Mawuzokhumbula kahle lona undergoes 2 steps of ionization. Ufike ionize bese esala ekanje, ephinde ionize bese esala ekanje. So yikho bethi diprotic. Ufike donate njengoba eno H2 nje la donate nga1 esale na1, donate nga1 bese esale kanje. So i-diprotic acid ngayo ke leyo reason leyo. Then number 3, the hydrogen carbonate ion can act as both an acid and a base. It reacts with water according to the following balanced equation. Basinikeza ke balanced equation. Hydrogen carbonate HCO3 lo ono minus. So u-acta as i-acid if ezodonate ngale hydrogen proton akasele nayo. U-acta as i-base if ezo-accepta i-hydrogen proton bese eba i-carbonic acid. mangikhumbula kahle. So but write down one word for the underlined phrase. It acts as in both the acid or base, so ampholyte. Ampholyte noma amphoprotic. Kukuwe ukuthi ubhala liphi igama. Number 4 basinikezile ke u hydrogen carbonate acts as both but acts as a base in the above reaction. Write down the formula of the conjugate acid. The conjugate acid yakhe lona kuzoba ubani? Kusho ukuthi H2CO3 yiyo ke conjugate acid yakhe H2CO3. Akasekho ku minus ngoba usey recoverile le hydrogen proton ade iluzile. I hope niyayithola. And then elandelayo bathi define an acid in terms of Lorentz-Bronsted theory. Acid is a proton donor. Ngicabanga ukuthi lama questions niyabona ukuthi alokho ayiphinda. Just make sure wena ukuthi awakhululi kwi exam kuba ukuthi mhlambe if une challenge kuma calculations not kuma conceptual questions. Carbonated water is an aqueous solution of carbonic acid. Carbonic acid yolena but it ionizes in 2 steps when dissolved in water. Yes, baqinisile uma uyidissolve in water okuqala izobe ikanje i-react ne water i-donate 1 hydrogen proton isali kanje. Again i-react futhi ne water i-donate 1 hydrogen proton isali kanje 2 minus. So it undergoes 2 steps of ionization kanjalo. Now bathi write down the formula of the conjugate base of lento lena kusho ukuthi kuzoba u HCO3 minus. Ngambhala ke mhlambe u-aqueous mawuthanda. If maybe I understand ukuthi ngiyithole kanjani answer ubuyele kwi video yama acids and base uyicheck. Write down the balance equation for the first step of ionization of carbonic acid. Na first step but kuzomela ngibhale equation yonke ke. Siyavumelana ukuthi izo dissolve in water and then uzo donate nge hydrogen proton as a result isoba na hydrogen ions plus HCO3 minus ngoba useluzile. Iyo ke balance equation lena. Number 4 bathini X is a monoprotic acid. State the meaning of monoprotic acid. Remember sike sayikhuluma i-diprotic acid. Now bafuna monoprotic acid. An acid mono means one. Uyakhumbula from organic chemistry. An acid that donates 1 hydrogen proton per water molecule. I hope niyayithola. Now the balance equation below represents the step in the ionization of sulfuric acid. Singavumelana sulfuric acid nayo diprotic acid kusho ukuthi undergo 2 steps of ionization. Singakwazi ukubona ukuthi okay yipi step less niyabona ukuthi first step because kusase uye vele sulfuric acid uzoproduce lona ephinde futhi undergo ionization lona bese kuproduceka enye into. Write down the formula of 2 bases in the above in the equation above. So bafuna ama base awu2 kule equation ephezulu. Bekumele ngenze kahle ibe reversible le reaction uyayibona error le bekumele kube a reversible reaction. So I base yokuqala ngoba bafuna ama base uzodonate nge hydrogen proton kusho ukuthi water uyi base masizovumelana. Water is a base because we hydrogen proton acceptor. So I base yethu yokuqala I base yethu yesithuna kuzoba uye lo because usengayigaina masinga consider the reverse reaction uzokwazi ukuthi a gain a hydrogen proton ayinikezwa uhydronium ions ihydronium ion angazi noma neyithola. That's why bengithi bekumele ngenze ibe reversible. So any base u SO4 minus. Number 2, is sulfuric acid a strong or weak acid? Is strong acid. Kumele wazi ama examples wama strong acid nama weak acid njengoba bengishilo. I reason ukuthi it ionizes completely in water to form high concentration of hydronium ions. Iyo ke reason leyo. Nitric acid basinikeza i-chemical formula yakhona, an important acid used in industry is a strong acid. Basitshela ukuthi is strong acid, nitric acid. Give reason why nitric acid is classified as a strong acid. Same reason, it ionizes completely in water. So show ukuthi to form high concentration of hydronium ions. Number 2, write down the name or formula of the conjugate base of nitric acid. So a conjugate base ka nitric acid u NO3 minus, kusho kumele lose a hydrogen proton. Ungayibhala ke formula iyo lena, iname usuzosho ukuthi yini ngokunderstanda kwakho ke ama names walezi zinto lezi. And then number 3, a laboratory technician wants to determine the percentage purity of magnesium oxide. He dissolves a 4.5 grams sample of magnesium oxide in 100 cubic centimeter hydrochloric acid of concentration 2 mol per cubic decimeter. Sinendaba ke nama figures lawo basinikeze wona because asikho kuma calculations. Give a reason why the addition of distilled water ba add the water to wash any sodium hydroxide spilled against the sides of Erlenmeyer flask into the solution. Why be add amanzi to wash away? Why benga addanga mhlambe enye into? Is because amanzi azokwenza ukuthi the okay na reason the number of moles in the flask remain constant. Kubalekile ukuthi ukwazi lokho, ibaleka kakhulu lento because igcinisisa na kuma calculations is understand ukuthi basically into abayikhulumayo la ukuthi noma into kumele uyazi ebalekile ukuthi mawuyidilute into say kune acid lana inama moles wayo le acid le mhlawumbe 0.2 moles kule container le, bese mina ngi-add amanzi, meaning ngiyidilute. Amanzi ngeke zebe ne-effect kulama number of moles lawo. Lama number of moles azo remain u-0.2. So before u-add amanzi ama-moles wale acid lena beku 0.2, nanoma usuwa-add amanzi kuzoba u-0.2. Yiyo into engizama ukuyichaza la, noma bebezama ukuthi bebone ukuthi uyakwazi ukubona ukuthi the addition of water does not affect the number of moles with solution. Number 3 usenza ukuthi sikhumbule ukuthi konje khona into ekanje ethi dilute equals concentrated. Le ibaleke kakhulu because from formula C equals N over V siyakwazi ukusolve for N by cross multiplication bese sithola ukuthi CV is N, kusho ukuthi CV is N futhi. And then usonga performa ke calculation lana ke because usune concentration ye solution isi diluted, une volume ye solution I diluted, une concentration ye solution I concentrated, une volume ye solution I diluted. Unga calculate whatever ke unknown variable abazobe befuna ukuthi uyicalculate. A sample of sodium carbonate is dissolved in water. We must write down number 1 the equation of the hydrolysis of carbonate ion. so bafuna ukuthi sibhale i-hydrolysis of lento le kusho ukuthi so i-reactisa ne-water. Siyabona ukuthi uye lo oshoda nge-hydrogen proton ushoda ngawu-2 futhi kusho ukuthi i-water yiyo ezodonate nge-hydrogen proton la but hayi O2 izodonate nga-1. So uma idonate kuzoba u-HCO3 akusezukuba u-2 minus but kuzoba u-minus ngoba useyi-recoverile i-hydrogen proton A1 kule 2 ade iluzile plus water yena uzosale kanjani OH minus iyo ke balanced equation lena noma equation. Number 2, write down the formula for conjugate acid of the carbonate ion. So bafuna i-formula ye-conjugate acid. Siyayibona i-base njengamanje conjugate acid yakuzoba HCO3 minus iyo ke answer there. Bathi oxalic acid basinikeza i-chemical formula ye-oxalic acid ionizes in water in 2 steps as shown below. So yiwo kama steps lawa we-ionization of oxalic acid. Uyabona ukuthi izodonate nge-hydrogen proton bese yona izosala ikanje. Bese siyayithatha sizoyi-ionizisa futhi izophinda idonate nge-hydrogen proton. So uyabona ukuthi izosala iwu-Q. Ngithi yabo ku-question number 2 bayambuza u-Q i-formula lakhe. So kuzomela understand ukuthi mayi-donate izosala kanjani mayi-donate again nge-hydrogen proton. Okay, is oxalic acid classified as a weak acid or a strong acid? Explain the answer by referring to the given information. Yiphi given information mhlambe ngasisiza ukuthi come up to a conclusion. Remember, a strong acid ionizes completely, a weak acid ionizes incompletely. So kusho ukuthi kuzomela sicheck ukuthi i-information i-implya ukuthini about the ionization of oxalic acid. Yiphi ke information engasinikeza ngoba bese siyifundile i-chemical equilibrium shothi singaba ne-understanding of lento le. Lo u-Kc we-acid. So bambhala as u-Ka but yiwo u-Kc y-acid. Ngokwazi kwethu i-value ka-Kc may greater than 1 kusho ukuthi high yield. If u-Kc less than 1 kusho ukuthi low yield. So siyabona ukuthi u-Ka wethu u-less than 1 kusho ukuthi akuproducewanga kakhulu. Kusho ukuthini ke lokho njengoba kuyi-low yield kusho ukuthi i-acid ayikwazanga ukuproducer ama-hydronium ions ane-concentration ebingange-concentration ye-acid. So let's say i-concentration ye-acid beku 0.5 mole per cubic decimeter. Ngizama ukwenza i-example so that uzo-understanda. Kusho ukuthi silindele ukuthi the concentration of hydronium ions produced by yona le acid lena kube anything less than 0.5 mhlambe singasho ukuthi 0.1 mole per cubic decimeter for example uyayithola. So kusho ukuthi the acid underwent the incomplete ionization, therefore i-weak acid. Mina ngikubone ngani kodwa lokho ngibone ngo-Ka less than 1. I-reason kuzoba yileyo weak acid. And then i-reason Ka is less than 1, therefore incomplete ionization. Normally the acid underwent the incomplete ionization. Ungayibeka ke ngaleyo ndlela leyo. I hope niyangithola. So ngifuna ukuzama ucreate ispace la sokubhala u-ionization. ionization. So here the answer then weak acid and then reason you have to talk about Ka uyambona Ka uyo owenza ukuthi arrive at your answer, and then ukhulume ngokuthi since Ka less than 1 kusho ukuthi low yield, therefore incomplete ionization of acid. And then on number 2, write down the formula for substance Q. So my donator hydrogen proton log kuzosala C2O4 2 minus. I hope niyayithola iyi formula le ka substance Q. Since ezodonate ngale hydrogen proton le esele kusho ukuthi uzosala lento le. I hope niyangithola.